Hey guys, it's me, Asia. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not new, welcome back.
Wait a minute, the way you move that body, you done got my heart all in it, and I just wanna be with you tonight.
For this video, we're gonna be doing another story time, and this story time is how I lost my baby. Literally, I can't even say I worked hard for her, but I did work super hard for her. So I'll say I worked hard for her, but I lost her in a repossession. And the car payment was very cheap. Cheap, I tell you, it was cheap. So basically, I ran through a bunch of cars, but it's not that they just didn't work. It's just I didn't like them. So I'll start with number one. So I manifested a black car. I didn't know what kind of car I wanted, but I knew what I was looking for when I went to the dealership. And as soon as I went to this one dealership, I fell in love with this black car. It was a Volkswagen Passat. So I knew I wanted another one. And what ended up happening with this car is I happened to do bad, because karma is a thing. So when you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, God will take that from you in an instant. So God took that car from me, and what ended up happening is I went to this person's house. It was a female, of course, but I went to her house and the car just stopped working, and I really wasn't supposed to be there, but I was there. And it just stopped working. And then we took it to the dealership. It was literally the Volkswagen dealership. We took it to the Volkswagen dealership. They said, oh, nothing we could do about it. It's a total loss. So that was that. I didn't even have that car for 30 days. So that dealership gave me another car. It was a red Hyundai Sonata. I always wanted a Hyundai Sonata, but it wasn't that year I wanted. And I was like, this blind spot is very bad, because I'm not good at driving. And if I know that I'm going to have an accident in this car, I'm not going to keep it. And that blind spot was so bad. My mom didn't like that it was had like a sport exhaust, I think. So we ended up taking it back the same day too. And then boom, that whole dealership went out of market. That dealership was called US Auto. US Auto went out of town like literally like 2 years later. Like they no longer exist anymore. But I just knew that I wanted to get another Volkswagen because I like how the facade made me feel. So when it was time for me to get this car, literally I worked my butt off at Home Depot, because I worked at Home Depot at the time, and I had an offer letter for Amazon. So this is when I was transitioning. So I worked at Home Depot. I was making like butt money, and I had an offer letter which boosted it up. So Amazon is the reason why I ended up getting my baby, which was a 2019 Volkswagen Jetta. I didn't want a Jetta. I wanted another Passat because I love how the car made me feel when I had the black one. But the Jetta was the one I fell in love with when I went there. So I fell in love with this one car. They said I had to put more money down than what I had. And I just couldn't afford it at the time. So I ended up leasing a car. My mom was like, nope, that's a trap. So, excuse me, y'all. So we ended up taking that car back. Literally, I've been taking cars back. It's not like I just can't drive them. I just been taking cars back. So I took the white one back, which was a 2022. I think it was either 2022 or 2023. It was one of the newest cars. And that payment wasn't bad either. But my mom said it was just a trap, that you need to be financing and not leasing. So I just listened to her because, I stayed with her. So we ended up getting the car I really wanted. My grandma gave me the money to get the car I really wanted, which I thank her to this day, because she did not have to do that. She gave me the money. And because I had 1,000, but it was like I had 1,000, but I think it was 1,500 to get the car. I didn't have an extra 500, so my grandma gave it to me. And we ended up leaving with that car. That car had everything I wanted in a car. It had the whole moonroof, leather seats, had like the safe driving. It smelled so good. It wasn't new, it was used, but that car was my baby. And I named her Karma. Like everybody has a car name, and I named my car Karma. And she did me so good. I was just so young, and I just wasn't doing what I was supposed to do at that time. That car was expensive to get an oil change. So even I had like times where I was thinking about trading that car in, because one, I already knew I was behind on my bill like 1 month. I was already behind on the car note, and it wasn't because I couldn't afford it, because it was very affordable. It just was, I wasn't working. So I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing to really keep up with that beauty. And that's my fault, and I take full responsibility. I had like this mindset of a child, because I was a child. I was 19 and 20, But I can't say I was straight up a child, because I feel like by then you should know that you need a car too. But I was just immature. I just didn't realize what I had. I wanted more than what I had, and what I had, a lot of people didn't have, you know, but I didn't look at it like that. But the car ended up getting repoed. But what's crazy, there were so many times this car could have got repoed, but it didn't. Because there was this one time it almost got repoed, and I ended up paying for it to get it caught up. And I was literally putting like this car behind my mom's house, yo. I was hiding that car, but yet I wanted to go everywhere. So I ended up one time putting this car behind my mom's house, and then we ended up paying it, so I didn't have to do that anymore. And then it was a time where I would, like, every time I saw any tow truck, I was like, man, they're looking for me. They're looking for me. Is that for me? That's for me. And I'm telling you, the car payment was only $395, 31, $395, 31 a month. That's nothing compared to like car notes nowadays. You know what I mean? So I just wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. If I was working, I could have easily afforded that. Like, I take responsibility. And what's crazy, it was this one night after me and my husband got done doing Uber Eats or DoorDash, one or the other, and we saw like this tow truck in the neighborhood. I didn't think too much of it. It was just parked, and I was like, okay, whatever. I wasn't thinking too much of it, and we went in the house, and then I woke up the next morning, that car was gone. That car was gone. And because, you know, when you get your car repoed, you have fees you got to pay on top of that. So I had to pay what I owed, and then I had to pay an extra $1,500. So in order for me to get that car back, it was like $2,000, I think. And honestly, $2,000 I could come up with in like 2 weeks. And these people, like the tow facility, they were like working with me so hard. They said, okay, I could give you extra 30 days. I could give you extra 30 days. I could give you another extra 30 days. I just couldn't get my act together. So I blame it on myself. Like, I was job hopping at this time, and I just couldn't stay on a job. And at the time when my car got repoed, I didn't have a job. I was looking for a job at this moment. But when I stayed in that apartment, I was job hopping the whole time. There've been so many times I had good jobs, but I just kept leaving them. I didn't get fired, I left them. So that was my responsibility, and I failed myself. And that's how I lost my baby. And I still think about my baby. I keep getting all these notifications in my email, like whenever the car is due for like a checkup and stuff like that, but I no longer have the baby. It's somewhere in a whole different state. It's not even in Georgia anymore. But that's how I lost my baby, and I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. And I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video. Peace.